I want to say a huge shout out to my students. And these are some of the amazing things that a very small fraction of them have to say about what I've been able to do for them.
Hi, my name is Paris Raven Sharp, and I've just finished a personalized coaching session with Josh Meyer, aka VoiceOverMaster.
Hey everyone, my name is Clayton Poland. I just wrapped a fantastic session with Josh.
I come to you with a testimonial for Josh Meyer, VoiceOverMaster.
My name's Presh, and I reached out to Josh, VoiceOverMaster, and approached him for some expertise to help me with my new podcast.
Hello, my fellow artists and audio pros. Corinne Carlson coming to you live. This is going to be a brief video testimonial about a one-on-one coaching session I had yesterday with none other than the one and only voice master, Josh Meyer. That's right.
Hi, my name is Eric Dregney, and I am the host of the Big Bandology podcast. I am a musician and a band leader, and I have been working with Audacity for many years.
Hi, my name is Steven, and I wanted to share with you my experience working with Josh. I had an initial session with him yesterday, and I say initial because I certainly do plan on working with him again in the very near future.
Hi, I'm David Bland, author of Slings and Arrows, How Toxic Narratives Perpetuate Poverty in Indian Country. I recently completed the audio version of my book, Slings and Arrows, using Audacity software. And while the software is pretty easy, there are some aspects of it that were really just too daunting for me. That's when Josh came into the picture. He became my producer, my audio engineer, and my music maestro, and he helped refine my audio book into a professional, high-quality narrated book. I couldn't have done it without his help, not in 100 years. He was a joy to work with, always professional and courteous, even when my narration was less than stellar. I cannot recommend Josh highly enough. You'll not find a better consultant.
The Audacity expert. So I spent about an hour with him yesterday, and I have to say this guy is the real deal. He's very generous with his time, and he also records the sessions, so you can review back for workflow processes in order to improve your editing and your sound quality. And you might think, well, my sound is already perfect, but we can all use a professional's opinion. So I would say give it a shot. From somebody with 30 years of experience, I think he's more than qualified. He put together a personalized EQ for me, which really, really made a difference. It sounds awesome. Yeah, really, really happy. The guy's genuine, he's ethical, he's professional, he's laid back. I had a great experience. I'll definitely be going back to him in the future for more critiquing. It's good to collaborate with someone. It's good to have a coach, someone you can trust. This guy was really great. I was surprised. So check out Josh. Corinne Carlson out.
Just the shortcuts alone, the shortcuts that he provided to help me reduce the time that I spend editing, that alone was worth the session. He's so knowledgeable about Audacity that he knows the ins and outs and is just really able to take your audio to the next level. Just from beginning to end, he was the professional I was needed. He cut years off of the learning curve by showing me step by step what to do. Everything I needed to get top quality, studio quality sound on a budget, Josh was able to do. Can't say enough about him. If you need to take your audio to the next level, you will not be disappointed. Schedule a coaching session today and you will see the difference.
I've been interested in voiceover work for a very long time. In my own experimentation, I learned how to speak, but I never really learned the critical tools needed to be a successful voiceover artist. That was until Josh Meyer, voiceover master. I watched his video and was so impressed with how he presented everything. I was able to go right from there to recording something for a video for work, and everyone loved it. I just finished the paid session with Josh Meyer, voiceover master. He really is a voiceover master. He is able to take something that really can be quite complex and break it down in a simple, understandable way, just like anyone that can master something can do. He presents stuff in a positive light, and he makes you feel like you can totally do this. Audacity, amazing tool. It's really a big world filled with the 1 million ways that you can edit sound. He is able to jump right to highlighting what you need to do to create successful voiceover work. I had a great time in our session. Time flew by, never a dull moment. He has no ego, no expectations, and is open to possibilities. That's what you want in a teacher and a collaborator. I really didn't have a lot of questions. He covered everything so thoroughly. Really, in that I realized he's a really good person to learn from. You can tell he's been doing this for a long time. It's day to day. His next step to enlightenment is to teach others and spread that knowledge throughout the world. He really wants to show you to do it right, to do it well. He sets you up for success. That's the kind of person you want to learn from. I am now empowered to be able to take the techniques that I learned, practice, hone them, and then eventually be able to present work to clients in the way that they want to hear it. I will happily be processing what he learned for probably the next few weeks and practicing it. Josh Meyer is so worth the money. I cannot recommend him enough. I will definitely be booking more session. The reward that I'm going to get from all this really outweighs the money that I'm paying to learn all this knowledge. Just remember, Josh Meyer, voiceover master. Someday, if you are listening to the radio or watching TV, and you think to yourself, that voice is familiar. That could be me. But that could be you too. Check him out. Thank you very much.
He was very quick to respond, very friendly and professional. So we put together a session together, and I've come away having learnt so much more than I could ever have anticipated, because I now know about things like normalization, compression, limiting as well, how to sort of use background music and how to maybe tone it down as well when required. Got a better understanding of microphone and room setup as well. And I really come away thinking, I really have learned a great deal here, and it's money well worth spent in my opinion. I highly recommend his services to anyone looking to improve their skills on how to use Audacity, and just a general understanding of microphone setup. I think anyone who's working as a voiceover artist or has their own podcast would really benefit from consulting with Josh.
So as a newcomer to the voiceover industry, I needed help with the technical specifications while using the Audacity editing program. I needed to get my voiceovers to the technical specifications that are required by many of the leading platforms and websites that are accepting voice talent and auditions. So he was able to walk me through the step-by-step process and give me shortcuts, tips, and pointers that made me very confident in my ability to now be able to tackle some of that editing on my own. Josh is extremely knowledgeable about the industry, and it's important to have a coach and somebody that can point you in the right direction, especially as a new voiceover artist. I was incredibly impressed with his body of knowledge, the way that he was able to explain things to me, and I am just ready to go out into the world with my new knowledge and nag some new auditions. So I want to thank Josh for that. It was an amazing service, and I would totally recommend it.
When I started the podcast just back at the end of March, I realized that there was a lot more I was going to need to learn. I sent him an email and was very fortunate to get response back very quickly, and we set up the appointment, and it was great. He was really prepared from the minute that we started, and then we just jumped right into my files and had great examples of things from within the files that I sent, which made it really, really cool. It was just it was a really, really fun. It was really exciting. I got really excited by the time we were done with the video. We went back and we produced the whole audio track of just my voice and put it back in, and it was amazing how much of a difference it was. If you get the chance to, definitely look Josh up. He's great to work with, very laid back, but if he knows that you know what you're doing, or even if you're a little bit nervous about what you're doing, he figures you out right away and does a great job with teaching and coaching you all about Audacity. So definitely check him out and check out the podcast. Once again, the Big Bandology podcast. Or you could also check out my big band, which is the Sketch Anderson Orchestra. We play every Monday night in Cleveland. Thank you, Josh, for everything that you did. I Can't wait to jump in and make my podcast sound great.
So I decided to hire him for an initial consultation session. And I had my copious notes that I had taken and questions from the videos that I had watched of his. And so during the session, he answered all of those questions. And also I left with a personalized EQ, equalization of my voice. So that was very valuable. I left with receiving more value than I paid for. So that is, I know that I will be a client.
So if this sounds like something that's right for you, don't hesitate to reach out. That's Josh at joshmeyervo.com or joshmeyervo@gmail.com. I have 2 emails. Pick whichever one you like. I will bring you value. Until next time, stay safe, stay positive. I got your back.